nice. The pawl fell out too. That'll make some noise. Ooh, that's not good. That hit something. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today's the day everyone keeps asking me for, the T-Cat. We're getting to the T-Cat today. So we're gonna yank this thing out of the shed. Oh, there she is. Whew. We're gonna get this thing out of the shed and get it brought in the garage. Got to put the fire cat in the shed because I don't have much room. And we're gonna see what happened last year. So if you guys aren't familiar, I went for the first ride last year. I bought this thing last summer. Wasn't running. I got it running, and on the very first ride, I probably drove it, I don't know, 10 kilometers, maybe something like that, and the recoil broke. So, or the pull cord broke. So I got it running again. I put a strap around the clutch. I drove it about 15 feet and started misfiring, running bad, and shut off. And the recoil grenaded. So I'm pretty sure the spring went all up in that stator mag combination there and cooked the stator, guaranteed. So I know it needs that, but I haven't pulled it apart or done anything since. It's just been sitting. And then also we have, as you saw in the last video, the VMAX. So lots of speculation on what happened with this thing. Here's where I'm at with it. Don't think it was crank seals. Wasn't sucking air, wasn't idling high. When I pulled the plugs, it was not lean at all. I did a compression test. It's 60 pounds in the one side, so it did grenade. Oil pump was working. I don't know. It was a weird one. It's fresh gas with gasoline antifreeze. It's a weird one, man. I honestly don't know why it went. But me and JF were talking, and it kind of came up with a theory. Now, this could be wrong, but the one side always had problem pulling fuel. I don't know why. It did have problems with the fuel shutoffs. The fuel shutoffs were not working because of the cable. Actually, the cable's bad. So I put regular fuel shutoffs to bypass it and got it running fine. But it would still have problems pulling fuel when it was cold on the one side. After you let it run for maybe a minute on one cylinder, the other cylinder, it would kick in, pull fuel, run fine. You can hold it wide open, give it good shots, no issues. But it did always have that trouble initially starting. And then I started thinking about it. I never checked compression on this thing, which is weird of me. I'm the guy who always checks compression. And I never checked it because it felt very good. But I'm almost thinking that I wonder if it was low on the one side to begin with. Not blown, but who knows? Maybe it was 90 pounds, you know, just ready to go. And I never checked it. And maybe that just finished it off. That little tiny ride finished it off. It would kind of explain the having a hard time pulling fuel, right? You're not going to get a good crankcase pulse to that pump if you got compression. Maybe that was it. Maybe it was just on the edge of blowing up, and that's why it went. I don't know. Maybe that's the case, and that's why it's got no mileage, and it sat here for 30 years not getting ridden, and it has no miles on it, because maybe it was cooked and Buddy didn't fix it and planned on fixing it, never did. You never know the reason why these things sit for so many years and don't have any miles. Maybe that's it. Anyways, we're going to do the T-Cat stuff first, because this, I believe, is going to be an engine out completely, split it right down to the cases. I don't want to just, you know, pop a jug, throw a piston in it, and keep on keeping on. I'm going to pull that whole motor. So I'm thinking that might be an end of season job. Not sure. Anyways, there's a long intro of me just talking. So let's get this, let's get the T-Cat in the garage and start looking at what's going on with this thing so I can order some parts. And as always, you like this video, subscribe, comment, share, all that good stuff. Comments are awesome, guys. I appreciate them. See you in a minute. Let's get this thing in the garage. Okay, she's in the garage. I remembered why I stopped riding T-Cats now. That thing is heavy. Not like I forgot, but whoo, it's a real realization, a quick reality check when you actually try to move one around again. Damn, this thing's fat. Anyway, so where are we? Yeah, so let's actually look under the hood. I haven't even looked under this thing in forever. Ooh, pipe's got a little rusty. Oh well. So, oh yeah, you can see I started pulling the recoil off last year and said, yeah, forget it. So, get the recoil off, you gotta get the can off, to get the can off, you gotta get the pipes off, the pipes that all leak that you have to silicone every time you put the pipes on, to get the pipes off, you have to get the hood off, to get the hood off, you gotta do all kinds of stupid shit. So, let's get the hood off, because maybe, I don't know if I'm the only person that does this, but on these first gen T-Cats, they're pretty easy to get off. Actually, I'm just making a joke, it's not hard at all. But it is so much easier to work on this thing, especially if you're taking the pipes off. You just take the hood off. So I'm going to take the hood off, pipes off, can off, and then I'm going to put this thing up on my sled lift. We'll get it high up. We'll pull the recoil off. I'll get my puller on there. We'll pull the flywheel off. And let's hope for like minimal carnage in there, but I'm not too hopeful. But anyways, let's get some stuff off here. All right, so got it up on the lift, hood off, pipes off. I just got this muffler unbolted, and I haven't looked inside yet, so we're going to see together here at the same time what's really going on here. Oh, I lied to you. Hold up here. What's going on? Yep, there we go. Okay. Oh, yeah, there's the spring. What is going on with this? Oh, that's what's going on. Okay. Oh, sorry. Put this aside. Yeah, there's the recoil spring like I expected. Oh, nice. The pawl fell out too. That'll make some noise. Ooh, that's not good. I hit something. Okay, whatever. Yeah, this is great. Oh, that's what happened. The whole assembly. Maybe not. I don't know. Let's try to get this damn thing out. Okay, yeah, that's where it's going. In behind the flywheel. Very nice. I'm going to go. I'm gonna get some, well, let's snip this now. Hold up, let's see here. Let's get this out of here. So, got some snips. Where's my linesman pliers? There we go. All right, let's get this out right now. Actually came out easier than I thought. Way easier than I thought. Well, there's the recoil. I don't see the nut, which is concerning. That's somewhere in there. Oh, hey, look at that. It's right here. Okay. Well, let's pull that flywheel off and see what's going on in there. All right, so got the flywheel puller on, harmonic balancer puller. This part's always sketchy. I'm not a big fan of doing these, but let's see what happens here. Ugh. Second. Needs more. Oh boy, I hate pulling flywheels. All right. Oh, there it is. Pop. Nice. Let's get all this out here. Okay. All right. You ready for this? I almost don't want to flip this thing over. Ugh. Oh, you know what? I have to look at this flywheel real close because there's a bunch of junk in here. Nope. Flywheel's cooked. Chunk out of it. I don't know if you can see that. Right there. Let me get a light. See this edge here? Right there. Big chunk out of it. Yeah, this thing's toast. All this stuff you see inside isn't from the flywheel, it's from the stator here. Let me get you a look at the stator here. Yeah, okay. Where is, okay, go up here. What's going on here? Comes in the backside, okay. You know, I'm gonna, let's rip the stator out and we'll get a better look at it once it's out. No point of looking at it in here while it's, hard to get at, hard to access. So let's get that out on the bench. Well, I'm not gonna jinx this by saying, hey, you know what, I'm not saying anything. But, check this out. Stator, I looked everywhere for damage. I don't see any obvious damage. Now I'm double checking because I don't want to lie to you here. No, I don't see nothing. Don't see any damage. I ohmed it out. Checked your ignition coils, and they're ohming out almost bang on spec, like very, very, very close. I think the stator's fine. So the only thing that's cooked is this flywheel. Yeah. And me being a bit of a hoarder and not wanting to sell parts, I have a flywheel for my old 94 T-Cat I had like 10 years ago. And I even checked the part number on it, wherever it is there, matches right up. Same flywheel. And this one's good to go. So imagine that. Stator's good, I think. I'm going to throw my other flywheel in. I don't have a recoil, but maybe what we'll do is throw that all back together. I'll just wrap a strap around the clutch the same way I did it when I grenaded this whole thing last year. And maybe we'll yank over a few times and check for spark, because the only other component that I'm not worried about is the CDI. And I hope it's not bad, because it's a 93 CDI, which is the one everybody wants, and it's worth a lot of money. So, I don't know. We'll see. Let's reassemble some stuff here and see what happens. Keep your fingers crossed for me. Well, boys, found the problem, or for sure a problem. I was going to put it back together. I'm like, hey man, let's look at the pickup coil really quick. Now, I don't know why I didn't just remove this so you can see it easy, but I don't know if you can tell, but that thing's been smoked. It is, see how it's all gouged out? I know it's hard to tell, but that thing's cooked. I checked the resistance on it and it measures out 175 ohms, which is correct, but that thing's smashed. So needs a pickup coil. I don't have one of those, but that's better than needing a stator. So kind of not best case scenario, because best case scenario would have been just the flywheel, but I'm okay with it. This is what it is. I'll get a pickup coil for this thing. For now, I'm going to assemble everything else I can. I'll pull the pickup coil out of that housing, and we'll get back, well, what we can get on it. So yeah, I don't know if this will be the end of the video. Nah, it won't be. I'll put a bit more on. I'll see you in a second.
1 week later.
All right, we're back. It's the next weekend. I thought I'd have an easier time finding some parts for this thing, but it's actually been kind of difficult. But anyways, I got a pickup coil. It's got to go on. The guy wasn't able to get it out of the housing. He stripped the bolts, so I got to get that pickup coil out of the housing, put it back in the 900 housing, put it on there. That'll be good to go. I haven't been able to get a recoil. I have a line on 1 or 2 of them, but nothing yet. So in the meantime, we still got a bunch of other stuff to do. Well, there's a whole other project we'll talk about in a different video. Rear bumper's got to come off because it's full of Frenchman chrome stuff. Like, what is that? Why? Anyways, so that's got to come off, plus it's bent. And yeah, whatever that is too, don't understand. So put that straight one on. That's got to come out. As we talked about before, the 87 Oldsmobile Cutlass trim has to come right off, because why is that there? And this too, like, what is this? Why? Anyway, all that stuff got to come off. And then I think the only other thing left is probably the clutches. So I'm going to pull the clutches off and go through them. Last year when I took it out for the first ride, from what I remember, it wasn't pulling. I think it was like, I don't remember, 400 or 500 RPM low. It wasn't pulling RPM, so we're gonna have to see what's going on with the clutches, pull those apart, and hopefully I have some parts laying around here to make that nicer. Hopefully well, I don't know. I'm assuming the weights and the bushings, sorry, the bushings and the weights are probably cooked, and I hope I have another set here with good bushings. I don't know, we'll see. But anyways, let's start getting some parts off and like de-French this thing a little bit, and yeah, we'll see you in a minute. All right, so where are we at here? New bumper on. Look at that. No more big diamond plate, ugly stuff, not bent. Bumper's on. Took all that chrome trim off. I still got to clean up some of this glue and stuff. But that's all off. Stupid chrome stickers there off. I got the secondary clutch off here, and I got it split. I wanted to change the belt deflection, so I took a shim out, cleaned up the sheaves a bit. They are actually marked up. I don't know if you can see that, but they are marked up a bit, but they don't feel bad after I hit it with some Scotch Brite pad. It doesn't have any bad burst, so I'm going to run it for now. I'm going to be swapping out the helix. I'm going to put in this 5951. It's one of the ones I tried in the Firecat, and I think it'll work well for this. The primary clutch is being a bit of a bitch. Got my puller on there, super tight. Doesn't want to pop, so I'm going to leave it overnight with some tension on it, and we'll see what happens. Tried hitting the end of it too, just lightly, nothing. So we'll let that sit overnight. But that's probably it, to be honest. I'll do that clutch off camera. But yeah, if it doesn't come off, then I'll have to do the whole VMAX thing again, where I'll leave it on the crank, take the faceplate off, take the bolts out, and do it inside the frame of the sled here. I got a new spring for that. Orange black Arctic spring. I like to run these in the T-Cats. They seem to work well. Bump the engagement up a little bit, and the finish rate's the same as the factory spring, pretty much. So that'll go in there, and then we'll see what happens with the weights. I don't know if they're good. I hope they're good, but if not, I'm sure I have something around here that's very close, if not the right weights for it anyway. So, but yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned. There'll be more on this. Next video, I'll have it running once I figure out a recoil. So yeah, like I said, thanks for watching. Leave a comment, subscribe, share, like. Tell me what you don't like. Tell me what you do like about these videos, and we'll see you on the next one. Next one, she'll be alive. So see you then.
Hey! Subscribe to the channel!